Hello and welcome to another Bushwhacker review. Today we are going to be taking a look at Bubba Wallace's Black Lives Matter Chevy from 2020. As always, take a quick look at the box. Once again, you have your generic 2020 Bubba Wallace box. Got Darrell Wallace Jr., number 43, picture of Bubba right there, Richard Petty Motorsports NASCAR Cup Series. Down the side, you got Darrell Wallace Jr., 2020 Black Lives Matter. Got to render the car right there, standard finish. There are a total of 3,120 of these things. This was one of the hottest selling diecast of the season. Got Richard Petty Motorsports standard finish, 43, Darrell Wallace Jr. signature. Darrell Wallace Jr. number 43, Richard Petty Motorsports, 2020 Action Racing Collectibles. And you, of course, have your copyright and such on the bottom of the box. Here is the car itself. Bubba raced this at the Martinsville Night Race earlier this year. This car looked fantastic on the lights. And this is just a very cool thing that Bubba and Richard Petty Motorsports did. They didn't have a sponsor for this race, so they ran a Black Lives Matter car. It just looks fantastic. Just a solid matte black car with the logos and everything. Looks beautiful. And like I said, under the lights, the thing really shined. Lionel did really kill it with this diecast too, where it is a matte black finish, but the decals are still kind of shiny. Much like the real car was. Like I just said, Plan B Sales said this was literally one of the hottest selling diecast of the year. One of the most diecasts they've ever sold from this entire year. I mean, you saw, if they made 3,000, that means a lot of people ordered this car. Like I said, it's just a good-looking car on its own. Beyond the fact it's a very powerful message and a very powerful car for Bubba to race. Anyways, let's get down to sponsors. On the hood, you have two hands, grasping in unity. Got compassion, love, and understanding. Got Chevrolet Camaro ZL1, Richard Petty Motorsports, and 43. Down the side, you have hashtag Black Lives Matter. Has that beautiful looking peace sign down there. Safety Clean and United States Air Force in front of the rear wheel. Got McDonald's and Allsco uniforms, where they've been all year on the Petty cars. I honestly really hate how they put them there, because they don't look good. They're not in line with the contingency sponsors. They just kind of cover part logos of the car. They cover the teeth on the Warthog. They cover the swoosh on this. I don't know why Petty thinks that looks good, because it does not. Anyways, on the C post, you have Worldwide Technology, Transportation Impact. On the B post, you have Coca-Cola, STP, Mac Tools, and Mac. Got Bubba Wallace's name on the name rail. On the back, you have Compassion, Love, Understanding, Chevrolet Camaro ZL1, 1LE, and number 43. Got nothing on the deck lid. And on the roof, you have the Check It for Andretti logo that's been on the Petty cars all year. Kudos to Petty for doing that. Although they still should have run a throwback to John Andretti this year instead of that really awful Richard Petty throwback. Got the same stuff down the other side as usual. Take a look under the hood if it wants to open. So you got Chevrolet and Wix filters under there. There's the engine detail if you want to see that. Obviously no deck lid. Roof flaps, of course, still do open. And there's the underside of the car if you want to see that. Just a really cool special paint scheme that Lionel did a fantastic job on the diecast for. I will call it Lionel when they screw up diecast, but I also will give Lionel props when they absolutely kill a diecast to make it perfect like how it was on track. And this is one of those. This is definitely a car that divided some people, which is sad that that's where we are in the sport right now. This year really kind of did bring out the racist in NASCAR. Between this, the whole noose incident, between Kyle Larson's iRacing incident. That was kind of the funny thing, is that Kyle Larson was literally gaining fans because he said a racial slur. That is pathetic. He was literally talking about that like a few weeks ago, where he said that like people come up to him and would like tell him that he like did nothing wrong and they're fans of him now, and he'd be like, no, I did something wrong. Like, it's kind of pathetic that we're in that spot in NASCAR. I guess in one way we're kind of weeding out the racists this year just because they're coming to the forefront and being obvious with it. Even some drivers like Ray Cicerelli, Mike Wallace. Some of the, I don't know, it's kind of sad where we are right now, but I guess we'll kind of grow from here just for the fact that we are kind of weeding some of these people out, and people are realizing some of these drivers and fans are very racist just based on Twitter alone. You have that helmet designer that was very racist. They had all the drivers dump him after he said a bunch of comments. But, I don't know. If you want this car, it is a brand new release. You can get it right now. As I said, one of the hottest diecast of the season. So I'd honestly pick that up now if you want it, because I think even with 3,000 made, it's still going to disappear. But I think that's pretty much all there is to say. This has been a review of Bubba Wallace's Black Lives Matter Chevy from 2020. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.